Hi crafters, I'm Robbie Susan Chandler from RobbieSusanCardsandCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. I'm here to share a project with you, so let's get started. Today's project I'm sharing with you is one that highlights the Naturally Gilded Specialty paper that is an online exclusive paper from Stampin' Up! And the item number is 161593. The card that I'm going to demonstrate today is this one that I've made as a birthday card and also as a thinking of you. The thinking of you one has heartfelt love and caring thoughts are with you inside, and the birthday one has no one deserves a better birthday than you. But this paper is so beautiful, and it comes in a pack like this. Now here's one design. This one I have on the card. I call it the copper and white. This is another design. It's silver and white, and I'll show you a couple of cards I have made with it. Here's one, and I just left the card, the DSP, plain and just added the deer to the front. But here I decided to sponge some color onto the DSP and have a sunset look. So see, it's the same paper, same card, little sponging, no sponging. And another card that I've made with this is with this piece over here, the what I call the berry vanilla and gold, and I've made this card with it where I just cut a piece with the scallop contour dies and put it on berry vanilla. I also am using this piece on one of my Mother's Day cards, this one right here, where I have just sponged randomly some colors on there to change it around a little bit. So as you can see, I really like this paper. Now let's look at some other paper that we're using on this card. Our card base is thick, basic white, 11 by 4¼ inches, and it's scored at 1½ right in the middle. Down the side we have a piece of copper that's 5¼ by 4, and that piece we're just going to adhere right to the front on the side. And I want to show you the difference with this. I called it copper paper, but it's actually rose gold, and it's called Rose Gold Specialty Paper 159139. It comes with 6 sheets, but it's two different looks for each one. Now this piece is the one that I used, and it's just, oh, there's my reflection, and it's just a rose gold full. But also in this pack is this one that's matte. It's a matte finish, so you get 2 sheets of the matte, 2 sheets of just the full. And then also in this pack, you notice the rainbow look? This one's called the iridescent one. Isn't that beautiful? And you get 2 pieces of that one too. So that's the rose gold piece. And then of course the naturally gilded sheet that we use is 4 by 5¼ So I've already cut this piece, and it's cut with the elegant border dies, and I use this one. I just laid it right on the edge of this paper and cut that out just like that. And our butterfly that's on the front, he's cut out of the rose gold, and I used a 3 by 3 sheet of the gold with the Brilliant Wings dies. The sentiment here is from Meadow Dies, and it's cut out of just basic white. Now when I do my stamping for my cards, I like to set everything up on my Stamparatus. So here is the way I've set this one up. I use Shaded Summer stamp for this flower down here, and I use the Happy Birthday and Go To Greetings for the happy birthday, and the No One Deserves a Happier Birthday Than You is my sentiment. And I have them all set up on my Stamparatus. I open it up and I place my card base. Let me move this a little bit. Card base right here. And then I also have my little banner piece cut. This was a 1 by 3 inch piece. And I place it over here in a little stencil that I've cut out. So then you just use Versamark, ink it all up, of course stamp it, which I'm not going to stamp again, I've already done it, but stamp it, sprinkle your copper embossing powder over it, and heat it up. And you've done your sentiment and your inside part all at one time. When I'm running classes, this is very convenient. Things move much quicker that way when you're doing it all at one time. So we have our front, we have our rose gold piece on there. Here's our naturally gilded piece. Now when you put I've already put my adhesive on this one, but when you put it on this fine cut here where there's not a whole lot of space, you want just little tiny dots, because if you make a big dot, when you put it down and smash it, it will come out. But we have discovered that a baby wipe, if you gently wipe a baby wipe across the copper, it'll get most of it off. That seems to be a problem in some of my classes, people putting too much adhesive, smishing it out, then you've got a mess. Alright, let's put our little butterfly on. When I put, oh there's a piece that didn't get poked out. When I put my butterflies down, I usually just adhere the belly of them. So I like their wings to kind of show motion. Of course I do realize when you put in the envelope, mail it, all that gets squished down, but you know, hopefully maybe it'll pop back up. And then here's my sentiment, and I put it, I'm going to adhere it with dimensionals. I always like to pop that sentiment to draw some attention to it. So it goes right down here below the butterfly. And there's your card. I mean, could that not be quicker, simpler, easier? So here I have the birthday version. And then I showed you earlier the Thinking of You version. There we go. So I hope you like this card, and maybe you'll take a little bit of time to make this card for yourself. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. There's a subscribe button below. And also at the end of this video, if you look down in the comments, I have links actually to a blog post you can go to, and also a free tutorial. Thank you for stopping by, and until we meet again, happy crafting!